Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Another episode. Probably going to be a pretty brief, quick video. Still out here in Kentucky, just on the outskirts of Louisville. Kind of went towards Cincinnati, so I'm kind of, I guess, northeast of Louisville. But yeah, we're here to talk about film history, and more importantly, just check out a grave of a film director that's buried just right over there. And how can this film be so historic? Well, let's just say that it was the official first movie played inside the White House. So, you would think the first movie that was shown in the White House would be remembered, and quite certainly this one was remembered. It was during the presidency of Woodrow Wilson, back in the early 20th century. We're talking like World War I era, 19 teens. There was a movie, it was called The Klansman originally, and this movie was indeed, you guessed it, about the Ku Klux Klan. Well, supposedly this movie was all over everything, so caused all kinds of stirring, controversies. It was, based on the subject matter, probably wasn't too well received, and it even caused riots. So this movie, originally called The Klansman, would be later renamed to The Birth of a Nation, and it was directed by a fella named D.W. Griffith. And D.W. Griffith was a pretty well-respected director by the time his career would be over. He also directed a few other movies, but also most notably, him and a couple of fella industry people, even Charlie Chaplin, they came together and they founded United Artists Films. And you've probably seen some United Artists films. They've pumped out plenty of action movies. I'm pretty sure, I want to say that many of those action movies from the 80s that we grew up on, 9 times out of 10 they were probably United Artists films. So well, D.W. Griffith, the reason why he founded United Artists was in the aftermath of the release of Birth of the Nation. And you would think that he received a lot of flack for such a controversial subject, being the Ku Klux Klan. So he took it upon himself and gathered up a few other actors, and they founded United Artists as a way to step aside from the establishment of Hollywood. Hollywood would say, no, you can only make this certain movie, or it has to be this subject or this theme. And so he developed United Artists to kind of give the power back to the artists themselves. So in order for him to make the movies he wanted to make, he just founded his own company. So he'd be the one to sign off on, like, yeah, if we want to make this movie, let's go ahead and do it. We don't have to worry about the politics. So let's go over here and check out the grave of D.W. Griffith. And it should be right here in front of me. So let's take a look at it for the first time together. Yep, Griffith. And here we are. Now I'm trying to find his specific name. So there's a Thomas Griffith, a Jacob Griffith. You got Maddie, Annie, and Virginia. Let's check the other side. Maybe it's over here. Yeah, so there are other Griffiths. Oh, okay, and here we are. Right here. Captain Daniel W. Griffith and his wife Martha. And it looks like there's the family plot of each individual named. So there's Virginia, Annie, Maddie. Let's see if we can find Mr. Daniel Griffith. Looking back here. Some quite old tombstones here. Let's see. Elizabeth, Levi. Huh. So I suppose this is just a mass plot. Let's check over here. No, these aren't the ones. So yeah, I mean, we're looking at this the first time together. So it appears that D.W. Griffith, let me double check this one over here. Nope, not it. So yeah, so it appears that D.W. Griffith is buried probably somewhere in this area right here. Noted filmmaker, resident of Kentucky, and also responsible for the first movie played inside the White House. Interesting. So I'm taking great emphasis in saying that it was the first movie played inside the White House. Now, it wasn't the first movie played at the White House. The first movie that was played at the White House, the name escapes me, but there was a previous movie that was played outdoors on the lawn of the White House. This one was actually presented inside the White House with Wilson, his family, the presidential cabinet, some administrative members, high-ranking dudes, and they all, like, I don't know, made a night of it. Watching a movie about the Ku Klux Klan. Wild, right? Well, told you it was going to be a quick one. About to go hit the road, dig up something else. So as far as all this, not a lot going on here, so I'm gonna go grab me a bite to eat and mosey on out of here, try to find my way back. So as far as this episode's concerned, it's history.